We've got so much to cover tonight and not a whole lot of time to get into it. So we're going to get straight into the charts today without any further delay and start talking about the broad market, which is QQQ and SPY. Today was a mixed day across the board. We saw a lot of tech have its first pullback day in a certain amount of time. And it wasn't a death type of candle, but it was a strong red day across the board with the broad indices losing up to 2% on the day. Not quite 2%. We rebounded really hard. At one point today, we were down close to 2%, but we bounced back. This candle showed that bulls are alive and very much functioning in this market, pulling this candle back up and creating that sort of high and tight candle on SPY. QQQ again lagged a little bit more, but it tested the 50-day moving average and did not break down. 50-day moving average holds strong. The trend continues as we've now put in what could be 4 consecutive higher lows as we shape up to the key 630 inflection level. Looks like some people took positions today to try to position themselves and get good risk reward up to the 630, because over 630 we look like a fresh break to all-time highs in 635. So that would be something like a 25-point move in QQQ. How long does it take to run 25 points? We've seen that in weeks. We've also seen it take over a month to happen. So the trade is over 630 on QQQ to capitalize on that test of the 50 EMA was really a strong hold today, as likewise on SPY. We held the EMA 20 here and put in that doji candle to rebound a solid 4-point from the lows. Strong candles across the board, nothing to get super worked up about. ALAB, the semiconductor name that we've been talking about for weeks, constructive pullback today. And even the pullback today, people picked it up. We didn't retrace the last 2 days' moves. Ideally, we break this down. Ideally, this doesn't give up the last 2 days' range. We want to see it hold the strength of these two strong candles off the 50 EMA, off 160 to 180. That's powerful. That's powerful. And that's the type of strength you need heading into a key inflection level of 180. You wouldn't want it to test this level in any other way than with a good amount of strength. So we've got this run right here from 160 to 180. Let's not see ALAB make a full round trip of that range. It would be a breakdown of the 50 EMA. It would be a really unhealthy look. But anything constructive shaping up to 180 now, it's got to have our attention. ALAB, firmly on watch. Moving on, NBIS. Again, we got that strong candle out of the breakout above the 50, and now we got nothing but healthy pullback within that candle. You don't want to see this give up the range of this last group of candles, that right here, this $4 run. You don't want to see it give up that range right there. And under 90 bucks, you cut this thing here on NBIS for losing momentum. But it retested that key breakout level today. We bounced off of the $100 psych level, and this one looks constructive if it can form a base over the $100 level and start to stair step its way back up for that 106 break all the way to the 115. Still good risk reward on NBIS, and low volume dips are in play on this name. Risking, again, like I said, 91. ASTS, another constructive day. We got 3 of them in a row. Firmly on watch. This one, I could visualize a speed up over $100. The trade here is the $100 break, some retail involvement, a volatile trading day, and overwhelming buying volume to the upside for a 10-point to 12-point move on the stock. Really capitalizing on the first 4, 5, 8 points. But ASTS, if you position yourself today on the slight pullback, I like the risk to reward. I like the look on it. ABAT, one we talked about a few days ago, showing pretty strong support above the $4.50 level. above $5.50, we're looking for 7. So ABAT firmly on watch. It's starting to shape up. Needs volume, guys. And the market needs that volume for some of these smaller names to hit and to move. We need 40 million, 50 million on ABAT. We're getting 10 million. You see what I'm saying? We need that theme. We need some sort of theme to emerge in the market and get some volume picking these names up. FLY, thoughts unchanged. Nothing's changed here. We're looking for sideways. DJT, still interested in this look as it shapes up above the $12 level. Just a risk reward simply. I would kind of expect this thing to break down. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks down tomorrow and stops me out, around $13. But I like the risk reward on DJT. Still one that I am comfortable having a position in at this point. Guys, that's the watch list for today. Again, that's pretty long-winded. I wanted to wrap these things up in a pretty timely fashion, but I also wanted to deliver on the point that your risk management can never be slept on. It has to come to the front when you're looking at trading. We're out here, we're money managers. We are most importantly in charge of managing our capital and never letting our capital slip away. And we do that simply by managing our trades and setting our risk on every trade we take. Every single trade we take, we know that we have a possibility of it not working out. So we have to think through this. We have to run that thought through our head. If it doesn't work out, where do I call it? Where do I call it good, right? And I'm on to the next. Just think about that next time you put on a trade and then start to look at where it could go from there. Risk to reward. Don't get it switched up. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.